So, hello, good evening. Good evening, first year BDS students. Welcome to the orientation session. So, today it's going to be a completely different session where we discuss the difficulties what the student faces, and especially when you are very new to dentistry, the subject of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and DADH, it takes a toll, especially anatomy, how to study, and you will be having your internal exams in your college. So what you have studied in school is different from what you study in college. The pattern of study is different. So all the various aspects I will be discussing today. So dear students, first and foremost to understand, important is the start. The most important thing is the start. No matter whatever you are doing, if the start is good, half of the work is done. So now you are at the initial stages of dentistry, and first year is the starting year. You should really study well, rock on, bang on target, and you should get the results what you want. So winners don't do different things; they do things differently. It's extremely important. Before you, people have done BDS. After you, people will do BDS. But the way you do it, it's only once in your life. So make sure that once is the best thing in your life. Okay, so going forward, please understand what got you here may not get you there. If whatever hard work you have reached to this stage of life, that is your 10th standard, 12th standard, you have done all the schooling, NEET exam you have written, and then you have come here. If you keep on doing the same level of hard work, you can't grow up. You need to work very hard, keep evolving, keep changing. Some of the subjects may be easy, some of the subjects may be tough. Depending upon whatever it is, you need to really bang on. You have to start working consistently. Discipline is the key. So please understand, there is no elevators to the top. Every successful person whom we are seeing today has worked hard once in life, struggled, and came the success of ladder. They rose up. So please make sure you work hard. And this is your defining moment. This 4 5 years what you study are your defining moments. So either you build your own dreams, or else someone else will hire you to make their dreams come true. You'll be working for someone. To get what we never had, we must do what we have never done before. I repeat, to get what we never had, we must do what we have never done before. So earlier you used to study 4 to 5 hours. Now you have to study extra 1 hour. Earlier, only before the exams you used to study. Now you have to study on a daily basis. When your competitors are sleeping, you should study. When they are enjoying, you should study. There has to be a balance. Please understand, studies means it's not only study, study, study. You'll go mad. Never do that. But along with the studies, a proper balance of sports and extra co-curricular activities should be there. And the biggest distraction is the mobile phones, right? So the mobile phones is the biggest distraction which this generation of students have. So you have to live with the mobile phones. You cannot say that, no one can say that don't use mobile phone. You need to use it, but you should know, along with using mobile phones, you have to build your careers also. So, dear students, what does success really mean? For some people, it may mean wealth. For some, it is happiness. For students, it may mean marks. So, it's a relative term. For different people, it's a different meaning. So, basically, it is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. Whatever goal you had, you get that, you feel you're successful. For a person who is always ill, he goes to hospital, he gets cured, that is success for him. So please understand that it's a relative term. Right. So the story of all of us, we all want to be on the top. We all want to be the first person. Everyone wants to be famous, rich, completely valued person. But all of us do not reach to that level. So please understand, this is what we want. But what happens is, most of the dental students, they start studying from tomorrow. We always procrastinate. We always keep on postponing. It is all postponement. If it is Friday, okay, I will start from Monday. If it is 6:30, I will start from 7 o'clock. Right? So we keep on postponing. If it is date is 8, I will start from 10. If it is 11, I will start from 15. So please understand that this psychology is not the one which will make great success in your career. You will have to really change your study pattern. The story of all of us, we want to drive our cars, but with the brakes on. So if you put the brake, your car will not move forward. You want your car to go at a very high speed, but you keep the brakes on. So what would happen if you consistently keep the brakes on? The engine will get heated up. So similarly, you want success in your life, but at the same time, you have negative thoughts. I can do it or I can't do it. Then the negative thoughts will try to block and the engine will get heated up. So please understand, we need to really change. And there are three things you cannot recover in life. The word after it is said, the moment after it is missed, and the time after it is gone. So these three things will never come up in your life. So never think that let this exams go, I will study seriously for the next. So you may be having first internal exams coming soon, or first final exams coming soon. Whatever it is, never have this attitude, let this exams go, I will study seriously for the next. You have to really take everything carefully and seriously. Dear students, there are three kinds of people in the world. The first one is, it's like a pyramid. Majority of the people are at the down, who wonder what happened, and middle people are who watch the things happen, and very few people who makes things happen. They are at the top of the pyramid. Everyone wants to be in the pyramid top, but majority of them are in middle or the lower level. It's not because of they don't have desire. They have desire, but they don't have discipline and direction. So that is extremely important. So dear students, please understand we have only one life, and that one life should be the best life. You need to make sure whatever subject you are studying, whatever course you are doing, whichever year you are studying, that should be the best one. So your ultimate dream should be graduation, wearing that hat, taking your degree. So we have only one life. So make sure the one life is the best life. Okay. So very soon I will be taking you into anatomy, how to study anatomy, physiology. I'll be telling you. So dear students, please understand that the importance of revisions is very important. Every day we forget around 82 to 84% of what we read on previous day. So if you don't revise things, your memory will go down. If you don't just read once and throw, you think you know it, but you don't know. For example, if you have studied in different schools in different places and not studied in one school or not at one place, so then what will happen? Suppose your first class standard student, second standard batchmate, third standard batchmate. Now you meet after so many years, where the schools were different. After a few years, you separated. So when you look at that person, you recognize that person, but maybe you would have forgotten that person's name. But you know that he was your batchmate. Maybe at the time when you were batchmates, both of you interacted, you were friends, you used to sit together. But the years have spanned out, people became, they grown up, and then you only recognize and you forgot the name. Right? So, but we have a misconception that we remember it, we only recognize it. Same way, has it happened? Suppose you have a test in the college. You studied in the hostel. You studied in the morning, you read everything. Suppose XYZ question, you went to the classroom, same question came in the exam. You felt very happy that what I studied in the morning is there in the question. And then when you start answering the question, everything is blank. You know where the answer is in that book, down, next page, left side, right side. You know everything. But what is the answer? You don't know. You only recognize it. So, dear students, reading a book, you only recognize which chapter it is from, which page number, where is the diagram, everything you recognize, but you don't remember. So, please understand, you need to revise. See this building. This is the building called Calgary Tower. This is in Toronto, Canada. One of the tallest buildings. But now many other buildings have beaten this. Once upon a time, this was the tallest building. So the total weight of the tower is 10,884 tons. Massive structure. And of which 60%, 6,349 is below the ground. That means to be one of the successful and one of the tallest structure, you should have strongest foundation. And the foundation, 60% is below the ground, which no one is seeing. In the same way, students, if you want to be successful in life, you should have a good foundation. And the foundation is first BDS. And you should work very hard. And that hard work, no one will be seeing. Okay? So, myself, Dr. Balakrishna, I am an academic dean, head of Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Now, I will talk what EDEN2 brings to you. EDEN2 is an online platform which gives classes for first BDS to final BDS, all subjects. And then there is NEET MDS coaching, Australian Dental Council coaching, PSC coaching, that is for postgraduate coaching, and further it goes on. So for first BDS students, we simplify the subjects. So let me give you a demo how we teach subjects in EDEN2. Okay. So dear students, you would have, you're into first BDS. So from a very long time, I think 1 or 2 months, the fresh students I'm talking about, or if you are there for the last 1 year, you are going to write your exams in different stages in first year. Doesn't matter. So blood supply of head and neck you would have studied. So let me teach you in this manner. Then you tell me what is the difference of it. So blood supply of head and neck, that means in your head and neck, the blood supply, how it is going. So this is just like a river map of India, river map. You would have seen an Indian map with a lot of rivers there, so something like that. So, for example, the river Ganga or Ganges, you call it. Where does it originate? The Ganges River originates in a glacier called Gangotri in the Himalayas. Same way, the blood supply of head and neck starts at a one point, and that is arch of aorta in your heart. You have a heart, arch of aorta, the structure of heart, you should be knowing it. In physiology, cardiovascular system chapter, you have that. Okay. So in the heart, cardiovascular system, arch of aorta is there. So that is the central point. So just remember that if you have not studied heart, don't worry. Heart has got 4 chambers, and from one of the chambers, arch of aorta goes out. That's what you remember. Now this arch of aorta, which is there at the heart, imagine this is a grandfather. Arch of aorta is a grandfather. So he has got 3 kids. How many kids? 3 kids. One is right brachiocephalic artery and 2 left subclavian and left common carotid artery. So 1 right, 2 left. So right brachiocephalic artery is a branch of arch of aorta. Now this right brachiocephalic artery, right is the family name. A girl gets married and gives rise to 2 kids. Right common carotid artery and the right subclavian artery. So these are both rights. The family name right goes. You can see here. Now, if someone asks you What is the right common carotid artery? Right common carotid artery is a branch of right brachiocephalic artery. It is a branch of arch of aorta. I hope you know the tree from up to down, down to up. You should know. Whereas left common carotid artery is a direct branch of arch of aorta. Both are different. One is a direct branch and one is the second subdivision, right common carotid artery. So this right common carotid artery, again, two branches, external carotid and internal carotid artery. So this is that external carotid artery which comes in all your chapters in gross anatomy. So this external carotid artery, if someone asks you what is external carotid artery, it's a branch of right common carotid artery. Right common carotid artery is a branch of right brachiocephalic artery. Right brachiocephalic artery is a branch of arch of aorta. It's so simple. Even if you are not a dental student, by looking at this chart, you can tell this. So now let us concentrate on external carotid artery. So this is the one which supplies head and neck more, and internal carotid artery supplies the brain. Now external carotid artery has got 8 branches. So if someone asks you what is external carotid artery, you can tell the pathway in the reverse order. Now external carotid artery has got 8 branches, and for the 8 branches there is a mnemonic. The mnemonic goes something like this: some losers fail anatomy, other post magnificent scores. Some losers fail anatomy, other post magnificent scores. So this is just like a mnemonic. There is no meaning for this. Some losers fail. After fail, put one slash. If you can write it down in your book, this is the mnemonic which you will remember for the rest of your life. Some losers fail, one slash. So after 3 words, one slash. Anatomy. After anatomy, one more slash. Slash means one partition. Other post. After post, one slash. Magnificent score. That means we have divided into 4 parts. The first part is some losers fail. The second part is anatomy. The third part is other post. And the fourth part is magnificent score. So imagine this is like one train. In the train, initially there is an engine. At the back, there is the guard. The terminal part is the guard. So some losers fail is the front part, engine part, or anterior part. So some losers fail is the anterior part. Magnificent score is the back, terminal part. So the terminal branches of external carotid artery is magnificent scores. So something with M and S will be there, magnificent scores. Then other post, these 2 words is the posterior branches. Posterior branches. I repeat, some losers fail, these 3 words, anterior branch, magnificent score, terminal branch, other post, posterior branch, and this anatomy word is between anterior and posterior. It's in middle, so it's a medial branch. So I hope I am very clear. Anterior branches, some losers fail, posterior branches, other post, medial branches, anatomy, terminal branches, magnificent scores. Now let us decode this. This is what you should be knowing. Some losers fail: superior thyroid artery, lingual artery, facial artery. So simple. Anatomy, which is the medial branch, ascending pharyngeal artery. Other post, posterior branches, occipital artery, posterior auricular artery. Magnificent scores, MS. M for maxillary artery, so S for superficial temporal artery. So it's so simple. If someone asks you what is facial artery, this one, facial artery. So facial artery is the anterior branch of external carotid artery. Anterior branch, the facial. If some losers fail, I told you the 3 words are anterior branches. So the facial artery is the anterior branch of external carotid artery, and this external carotid artery is a branch of right common carotid artery. It is a branch of right brachiocephalic artery, which is again a branch of arch of aorta. See, the facial artery, from where to where we went? We went down to up. That is how you should learn this. And please remember, if you know this external carotid artery branches, your half of the gross anatomy is over. It's very, very simple. So today what I have discussed with you is the real magic. Just learn this, the basics. You will be in a very good, comfortable position when you sit in a Viva exam also. And not only Viva, even for NEET MDS coaching, you will require this. This will be very, very easy. Now let me give an example of a topic called scalp. Let's start scalp. So scalp is made up of 5 layers, SCALP, if you know that. S stands for skin, C for cutaneous layer, A for epicranial aponeurosis, L for loose alveolar tissue, P for pericranium. So this you know, this is there in the textbook also. This is the diagram of the 5 layers of scalp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. Imagine a scalp is like a burger. So this is the most important burger. So this is the first layer, that is the skin, where you have got hairs. So these are the hairs, what we can call it. Then you see there are different fillings are there, and it rests on a basement, that is the pericranium, and the bone is there. It will be kept on a table. So one layer of the scalp goes something like this. The first layer we studied that it is skin and hairy. All those things is there in your textbook. I'm not going to talk now. This is there in our detailed classes. We have anatomy recorded classes and we have anatomy live classes. The way I am talking right now to you, there is anatomy live series for all the students where you can talk to me in Zoom, you can meet me you can discuss everything with the videos on. So entire anatomy live sessions are there. So this is the first layer scalp. So as a dentist, why do we study skin and what is the need of it? So now you know that skin is thick and hairy, hairs are there. So please understand that after being dentist, and if you do oral and maxillofacial surgery as a PG, you can do hair transplants. Please understand. See this person with no hairs, and after hair transplant, how nice this person is looking. This can be done by dentists. The government of India and the Dental Council of India has given permission for the oral and maxillofacial surgery to do hair transplants. Apart from the plastic surgeons, only OMFS surgeons are recognized to do this. Okay, so that is why we study that. In second layer, first layer is over. Second layer is the major, most important layer. In the second layer, all the proper medium for the passage of vessels, nerves, etc., all your blood supply, nerve supply, everything is there in the second layer. So imagine the second layer like an appam. So it's a dish on the Kerala. So it is in the center, it is little thick, and at the corners, it is little thin. So this is the state of same exactly is your superficial fascia. It is more fibrous and dense in the center. You see here, at the center, it is more fibrous and dense than at the periphery. Periphery, it is very thin, paper thin. That is superficial fascia. If you remove the skin, superficial fascia is something like this. So here only all the blood vessels will be there. Now, in the superficial fascia, the fat is there. You will see old people wrinkles coming up. So again, after doing BDS, you do MDS in oral maxillofacial surgery. You can do facelift surgeries where you can give an incision over here in superficial fascia. You will go and remove all the fat, right? The fatty tissues, adipose tissues, you will take it out. Liposuction, what you call it, and then the face will become devoid of fat. Stretch the skin a little bit. Extra skin you can cut, and the patient looks very young. The same patient on the left hand side and the right hand side, you can see that the difference. Again, oral and maxillofacial surgeons, they do it, and dentists they have. So second layer is superficial fascia. Between the second layer and third layer, there is a muscle called as occipitofrontalis muscle. See the diagram of occipitofrontalis muscle. These things we will discuss in detail in our classes. It's just a sample I am talking about. So this is how it goes. Then the third layer is epicranial, aponeurosis. That is like one jelly type, like jam and all you see, right? It's a jelly-like mass, freely movable on the pericranium. So first layer, second layer, third layer, they both are moving. If third layer is moving, second layer and first layer above that will also move. And they are fixed to pericranium, which is next to the skull. Then you've got dangerous area of the scalp, pericranium, the fifth layer. So I didn't go into detail of the scalp. Slowly, we will take you into every subject, every topic. Let it be gross anatomy, let it be histology, let it be embryology, let it be neuroanatomy. Now, students, trigeminal nerve you would have studied. In the Viva, there will be question: maxillary nerve comes from which foramen? Mandibular nerve comes from which foramen? So, what is the mnemonic for this? Let us discuss that. Trigeminal nerve. So, this is the mnemonic: ophthalmic nerve, maxillary, mandibular. Three divisions we have for trigeminal nerve: ophthalmic nerve, maxillary nerve, mandibular nerve. So, ophthalmic nerve, please understand the mnemonic is standing room only. For example, this is a room where there are no chairs, nothing to sit. Everyone has to stand. It's a standing room only. So, ophthalmic nerve is standing, maxillary nerve is room, and mandibular nerve is only. Standing room only. Ophthalmic, maxillary, mandibular. So, ophthalmic nerve standing. So, it comes from superior orbital fissure. Done. It's very easy to answer now. Superior orbital fissure. Maxillary nerve. Standing room. Room R. Foramen rotundum. So, maxillary nerve comes from foramen rotundum. And mandibular nerve only. Foramen ovale. Standing room only. Superior orbital fissure. Foramen rotundum and foramen ovale. So this is what you should be studying. So dear students, do you know what is the best time of the day to study? Some people study in the morning, some people study in the night. Some people study in the afternoon, some don't study at all. So what is the best time of the day? So an analysis, an experiment was conducted, and the best time of the day, based on this experiment, they found that thousands of people were interviewed. They found that the brain is maximum active, 100% super active from morning 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is on the subject group. There are exceptions, and you may be one of the exceptions also. The second best time is evening 7 to 10 p.m. So this is the time right now, 7 p.m. That is why you see evening time, the movies, the feel is different. If you go to theaters, the first show, 6 to 10, or cricket matches, evening matches. So there is a different feel for those matches because your brain is very active. All the advertisements shown on the TV in the evening time is priced very high because you grasp well. So the best time of the day to study is 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. Second best time is 7 to 10. And the third best time is afternoon, morning 10 to 12 and 9 to 1 p.m. also. That morning time, your college timing and all. So it depends. 90% of the people who are seeing this will fall into this category. There will be some people who study in the night, 12 to 4 a.m. That is the time, but they may be an exception. So what I'm trying to tell you is you should first identify your first best time, second best time, third best time. Then what you should do? In your best time, you should study the most difficult subject, maybe biochemistry. Then on the easiest time, in your best time, you will study the most difficult subject. And in your worst time, where you are not able to concentrate, study the easiest subject. So the best time, the most toughest, the worst time, the easiest. So it becomes very easy. Otherwise, what will happen when you're very excited to study and completely energetic, you take your favorite subject and you start reading that. What happens? That subject you master, that chapter you master, but you have miserably fail in other subjects because you're reading their subjects and picking at a wrong time, so the time management is not correct. So, dear students, please understand this is extremely important. First, I spoke about the revisions. Now, this is the time. So, facial nerve is a question which we'll discuss in our next sessions. So, let me take you back to the original session. Okay. So, as I told you, you need to really work very hard to achieve something in life. Now, everyone wants to be successful. Yes, no, everyone wants to be successful. And please understand that when everyone wants to be successful, then why we fail in life? You could see that many people who are not successful in life. But when you ask them, they are also have a goal, they also want to be successful. But everyone is not successful. Everyone is not the class topper. Everyone doesn't get distinction. Everyone doesn't get first class. But there are people, everyone wants that, even though they want, but they fail. Why it is so? Can you please let me know? Think why people fail in life. When all of us are equally blessed, it's only because we keep our minds closed. That is called as nothing but the mental chain. Now, let me give you an example. Maybe in school time, you participated in a singing competition. The moment you went to stage, you forgot the lines. What happens when people forget the lines? The audience will start clapping. They will start making fun. They fall around, right? So what happens? The confidence of the person goes, and you came out. Maybe that experience happened. Next year again, next class, your friends still go and sing. Will you sing again? Never you will sing again because you had a very horrible experience. But you are blessed. You could be a very good singer. You can be a super duper singer. But you will never dare to do that because of one horrible experience. That is called as mental chain. This is the concept which even elephants have this. You know elephants. You will see these elephants in a lot of temples, festivals. You will see these elephants. Now, these elephants, where do this elephant wants to live? They want to live in forest. Do they want to live in cities like human beings? Definitely not. But how it is possible for a single man, a very thin man, to control such a heavy elephant? If 4 or 5 elephants decide to blast the city, they can create havoc. But they don't because of something called as mental chain. So this mental chain is when the elephants are born, they are tied with small chains. The baby elephant tries to break the chain, it cannot because it's still very young. So a concept goes chain, I cannot break. Then the elephant grows up much more bigger. Again, thicker chains are applied, it cannot break. And then when the elephant grows with this mentality, chains I cannot break, chains I cannot break. And then when the elephant becomes huge, it's tied with again with a small chain. It can easily break that chain. It has got all the strength. It's a matter of seconds to break the chain, but it doesn't because it thinks chain I cannot break. So the same way, dear students, you would have failed in your carvings. Some of the carvings you don't know, you did not get signature. Your teacher broke it. Don't get disheartened. Your time will come. Keep practicing it. Maybe first internal exam did not go the way you wanted. It's a mental change. That time you didn't study, you did not get. But it does not mean that you will never get good marks. So always don't live in your mental chain. You are all are equally blessed. You can really create a difference if you want to make. So your attempt may fail, but never fail to make an attempt. Choose not to accept the false boundaries and limitations created by the past. Okay, even your carving broke, your first teach setting was not proper, your first seminar was disaster, your first exam of anatomy was disaster, first internal was disaster, doesn't matter. you can always bounce back. So always remember, a smooth sea never made a skillful mariner. If you want to be a skillful mariner, you have to go deep into the oceans. And there is the challenge where the tides are very high. There, that is a place where you will get or become expert. We all have problems and feel discouraged, so don't give up. We have only one chance. Make sure that one chance is the best chance. So, students, help yourself. No one is going to help you. Take the correct decisions at the correct time. If you take a wrong decisions at the correct time, it becomes a wrong decision. Please understand what I am telling. The correct decisions at the correct time, a wrong decision at the wrong time, a wrong decision at the correct time becomes a wrong decision. Example I'll give you. Now this is evening, dinner time. Now if you go to your hostel mess and tell I want breakfast, will you get breakfast now? You are supposed to come in the morning and you are too early for tomorrow's breakfast. So the mess fellow will tell, get lost. So that was when was you supposed to go? Morning, but you went in the evening. So that is, you will not get breakfast. Going to temples, church, mosque is very good. But exam is happening at 9 o'clock and 9:05 you are going in, sitting in the temple, mosque and praying. What will happen? Your own parents will scold you. What the fool you are. You are having exam and you are sitting in a religious place. You're doing a very good thing, but at the wrong time. So do correct things at the correct time. A wrong thing, a right thing, even at the wrong time, becomes a wrong thing. So always work smart. You don't have to work hard, you have to work smart. The smart work is more important than hard work. Look at this fellows, all are pushing, putting their energy. But this guy is the one who is really smart. So update yourself, it saves a lot of time. And Eden2 is here, the coaching platform is here to help you. And there will be mentors. So I'll just speak about Eden2. Don't be the old crow, be a modern crow who is updated. It's so easy and fast. So today I will do what others want. So tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. So please remember, dear students, you need to change and take some decisions that you are going to study very well and sincerely. Now, what Eden2 will do for you? If you join the Eden2 platform, it's totally your choice. If you join Eden2 platform, first and foremost, you will have 24/7 a mentor with you. Who will be that mentor? Your seniors, the people who have passed BDS, MDS people. So those are senior to you. So who has sailed the first year journey. So they know what you are going through. And they will be 24/7. And then you have got anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, DADH. All the classes are there in the app. The access will be given, and at any given point of time, you can just click and the classes will open. And all the classes are taught in a very easy manner. Then there will be a WhatsApp group where the mentors will take care of each and every problems of yours. If you're not able to understand, they will explain it to you. They will make sure the work is going and you are learning in dentistry very well. So it is like PG students in MBS, they have a guide. So you will have a guide for 5 years. In different years of your BDS, different guides you will have in your Eden2 platform. So make the wise decisions. It will make your job very easy, all your internal exams, and there will be dual mentors. You have the regular mentors and subject mentors also. And in between, you have orientation classes, how to tackle deadlines, how to write presentation skills in the exams, time management in the exams, do's and don'ts, right? The stress management, how to stay away from mobile phones, various aspects of the problem what students suffer, even the love problem, getting infatuated to the other opposite sex. all those things, how to control, how to really come out untouched. You should have a balanced life, sports, academics, everything you should do. So you will have a dual mentorship here, doubt sessions will be there, and a lot of test series will be there. It is very important for you to practice at home and then go and perform in the exams. So for that, the training also will be given at the Edinto platform. And for other details, you have the numbers of Edinto, you have there the WhatsApp group. Please dial that number. Other details you will get from there. So that's all. Have a wonderful and a positive future. So there are a lot of some early bird offers are coming up, the Christmas offers and the New Year offers. That is, call that numbers. It's only for those people who are really interested and who really want to score very high in exams. It's for them. And those people who want to pass untouched without any area subjects and all, they want to pass. It's for them. Okay. So wishing you all the very best. Looking forward to see you all. Thank you.